their off-air dynamic is a whirlwind of chaos and insults. You know what? That's a good place. That's a good place to start. Mari Krombu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 121 of AniPro. Oh my goodness, that's gonna take some getting used to.
That's an adjustment for sure. That felt wrong,
big adjustment,
but it's so right.
Yeah. And this week's episode, we're gonna do our seasonal preview and draft for spring 2024. We're gonna talk about some of the shows. In the first half, we're going to talk about some of the shows that, unfortunately, are ineligible to be drafted. We've got Mike here. We've got Jay here. Mike was just telling us about how he threw his passport in the washing machine. Mm-hmm. And that prompted my question, and I wanted to ask you this question on air, Michael.
Oh, good. I'm sure this is going to be very nice.
No, it's just a general question.
A question. Oh, okay.
How did... Like, it destroyed the passport?
So, you know what? I should probably get it and open it up and show, like, all the details on it right here on the YouTube video. It's probably the best way to illustrate the point. So, the passports in Canada are pretty unique. I don't know if unique's the word. They're neat because they actually have, like, RFID chips and stuff like that. Like, they're an electronic device, it says right on it and stuff. So, first of all, washing it probably destroys all that stuff. And then more secondary, but probably just as important, is the ink from my picture and like all that all bled and ran.
Yeah. Okay. That's unusable.
But yes, the pages kind of like, they're not stuck together, but they're like wavy.
Right.
And like the picture is like all like washed out, literally washed out.
So you're telling me that you're not a monster from Junji Ito?
No, I'm not.
I'm melting. You're not that guy who goes into the toxic vat in RoboCop?
I'm not the second Terminator from Terminator 2 there. The melted metal one going into the pool of lava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something somebody who is that would say.
Yeah.
Don't call me a robot. If anyone's a robot on here, it's you. Get out of here.
Okay, well, on that note,
yeah, me getting
belligerent. I'm surprised. Like, RFID chips, I think, are pretty resilient. Like, we've got them in our debit cards now. We can put that through the wash.
I suspect it would still work.
I think it would, but the picture, that's a pretty big. Yeah, that's a pretty big hurdle.
Here's the thing: is I'm going to the States. I'm going to the U.S. of A. this Friday, and
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, I'll be just getting back from the U.S. of A. And I don't want to get to the border for driving and then find out. I don't want the guy to look at me and be like, "Are you for real?
You're not a horrifying monster."
Yeah. This does not look like you. You're not washed out.
You're not all washed up.
Wow. I might be washed out. I'm old now.
Yeah. So I don't recall if this is a new rule or an old rule with the draft that we do. We have decided that no sequels are allowed unless its previous season came out more than 5 years ago, 5 years or more.
Yeah. And I think we kind of like sort of soft implemented this, but I think the last year we kind of sort of put in a rule, and the intent really is to just basically make it so that we talk about interesting shows and there's something interesting to talk about rather than just say, I like this show, you know?
Yeah.
It kind of forces us to be more creative.
Be more creative.
It also allows us to give you guys some shows that maybe you don't have on your radars, but
that too.
Could help put on your radars. So
we feel like 5 years.
It's giving more to you too.
Yeah, we feel like 5 years is a long enough buffer to have there so that it's removed from the zeitgeist of the anime fandom.
I would allow, say, Cole, if you wanted to like draft a show that came out maybe 3 years ago, but the studio changed or something. I'd say that there'd be a good argument to review something like that as well, or talk about something like that. But
definitely gray area, but there's not so much gray area here this season. I feel like it's pretty black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of go through the Annie list here of all
Okay.
the shows. We'll start at the
We sh-
top, and we'll just discuss the shows that we cannot draft.
Okay.
The first one being Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is ineligible to be drafted for the
Incredibly
upcoming draft.
obvious reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. This is what, season
4?
Season 4 of Demon Slayer?
Okay, season 1, Mugen Train.
Uh,
Season 2, season 3, season 4. Yeah.
Season
okay,
4.
season
Yeah.
4. Yeah. So this one's the Hashira training arc.
Yeah.
I think it'll be big. Of course, it's Demon Slayer, so I think people will have a fun time with it. I'll watch it for sure.
I'm definitely watching it, yeah. But
I
it's
have-
like, at this point, what's the point of drafting this too, right? Like, this is the
Yeah.
perfect example.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
popular. It's going to be big. It's going to be ranked high. All the people that would drop it are going to drop it.
Or just not watch it.
Or just not watch
Yeah.
it. I had a hot take about it though.
oh,
He did. Yeah.
that,
he
we
that
do
I
like
sent
hot
to
takes.
Cole.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be the start of the decline for Demon Slayer. So I think that people are going to start like being like the ufotable-ness is going to wear off. Some people are going to be like, yeah, it's kind of the same old thing.
Mhm.
And it's not going
I
to be as
think
hype as the older stuff.
I think your direct comparison was My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Which I could see, but I was saying to Jay, like, on the other hand, I feel like Ufotable is enough of a draw to a show where I don't know. I could see either way.
I see what you're saying. I think that this, you might be maybe off by a season. I think maybe Ufotable actually agrees with you, Jay, because this is going to be a short season. I think it's only like 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say on any list how many episodes it's going to be, but this is a really short arc from what I've heard. So it's
Mhm.
not going to be a very long, it's like a mini season almost.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think maybe they went with the mini season. And then I think they've already announced that the next arc will be like a trilogy of movies. So I think maybe they agree with you that maybe like, okay, we need to freshen it up, do something different. Let's basically keep the interest instead of just doing season 6 of Demon Slayer. So
Yeah. I
Hot
feel like
take?
that's
but I think they agree with you.
hot take, and I feel like that's the right move ultimately in the end, I think. Because why risk it? Like, I can hear Jay's argument. I don't know if I
Yeah.
necessarily agree with it, but I could see that happening. So why risk that? Just do movies. Yeah. Everybody
Movies are
loves a Ufotable movie.
At the same time, I mean,
Everybody.
it gets people into the theater and to spend more money. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So win.
Me and Cole went and saw the first episode of this in theaters as well. It doesn't seem to be the most insane season, but Demon Slayer seasons always start off slow. So
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it.
your
the
reaction
manga.
to it is kind of proving my point.
yeah.
He's on to something.
I never
He's
said
cooking.
you were wrong. I never said you were wrong.
He's cooking today.
Yeah.
Next show that we unfortunately cannot draft is arguably one of the best shows to come out in years. Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Core 2 cannot be drafted by us. This is another show which I will definitely be watching, and I am a Season 2 apologist.
Oh, same.
I think Season 2 was very, very good.
I agree. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about how Studio Bind's basically just going to do the whole thing, like adapt the entire light novel. So I'm basically just strapped in for the ride at this point.
I hope they
think-
do.
I think it's important too that Jay, like, I don't know if the listeners know this, but I know this about you, is like you're anime only for this one, right?
Yeah.
Which I feel like that says how much you love this show and this adaptation of it, because I don't know anything else that you're like willingly holding yourself back from reading. Like you prefer the animated version of this over the written, which is kind of crazy.
I'm genuinely like, I don't want to read ahead because I want to be surprised when it gets animated.
Stuff happens.
Which it's rare for that to happen for me, but like it feels like so much passion is being put into this show. Like, I mean, a whole studio was basically made to make this thing. So like
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to see where it goes. And from light novel readers, I've heard it just like stays as good as it has been. So
I will say that I'm thankful to be out of the erectile dysfunction arc.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there, Cole.
No, that's okay. I was just gonna say, like, I'm not concerned about this show having that problem that Jay mentioned with Demon Slayer because of things like the erectile dysfunction arc. Say what you will about it, but hey, they went for it.
Yeah,
it was weird. And it was something different, and it held my interest for sure. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah, it held your interest, whether or not you were like, I was into it because I think we've discussed it. Like, I like stories where it's not necessary, like it's man versus self. Like it's Rudy dealing with his trauma. So I like the second season. So it didn't bother me none. But if it goes back to being like an action type, fantasy story, then that's also fine.
Did you guys watch the trailer for this one?
Yeah, from my understanding, the next arc is like the honeymoon arc or something like that.
Yeah,
so
it looks pretty. It almost looks like if I didn't know it was Mushoku Tensei, it looks like a romance anime. Like it's just a lot of Rudy and Sylphiette like holding hands and stuff.
Yeah,
from what I could tell.
Gross. Cooties.
Yeah. I preferred season 1, but I liked season 2. So we'll see about this one for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I'm looking forward to watching it. But no, I'm not looking forward to drafting it.
It better not be.
Better not be, because he can't.
Yeah. Next up for shows that we cannot draft, it's the third season of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Have any of us watched this? I watched the first season. I was
just about to ask that.
I was going to ask the same question. I've watched season 1, not season 2, and that's just like purely because I just never got around to it. It's never, you know those things that are on your watch list that you're like, I do want to watch that, and it just never makes its way to the top.
Yeah, I want to watch it, but like not right now.
Yeah, there's other things I want to watch.
Yeah,
the first season was so inoffensive to me in a way that like made it so that it just didn't stand out at all. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I feel like you can't say it's bland, but it kind of is bland a little bit.
Not bland.
That's not the right word. Yeah.
Inoffensive. Like it's good, but there's nothing there. Listen, there's no ED really arc in this one.
Special. Like it doesn't really stand out.
Which I feel weird about saying it, because I remember watching season 1 and being like enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I just kind of never really. I don't know what it is.
I'd have to watch season 2 to watch this. Maybe I'll just watch season 3 and be confused.
just do the fruits basket thing that you guys did to me.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll watch the last episode of the third season.
You guys did to me.
Yeah, that's true.
We do that a lot to him.
We do punish Jay quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't really have much to say about this one. It's popular. I mean, it's getting its third season.
I think really all there is to say, it's kind of, this is a good example too of why we're not picking shows like this, because from the trailer and everything I can see, it just looks like another season of slime.
It's just more slime.
Yeah.
Keep building that town of monsters.
Is that what's going on? I genuinely know nothing about slime.
I know nothing. Like,
Jay, I think you'd like it. I
know I would like slime. Like it looks like a show that I would genuinely enjoy, but like there's just like something about it that every time I look at it, I'm like, nah, maybe later.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah,
maybe later.
But like, I know when I finally get around to watching it, much like Jay, I'll watch it all in like one sitting. It'll be no problem.
Like it's gonna be good, but like maybe later.
Another day. It's a show for another day.
Yeah,
next week. Next week.
When I have a day off.
Well, one that I think we'll have a bit more to say about is the next one that we can't draft. My Hero Academia season 7.
Take it away, Jay.
I haven't been watching My Hero Academia, but I do like the manga still. I think this is like right after the Dark Deku
season 6
arcs.
Okay.
Which is like building up to the like big final arc at the end. And is probably going to be as good as people have been raving about My Hero Academia currently, which means it's going to be lukewarm.
People seem to really enjoy season 6.
Yeah.
I was not particularly one of them. The reason I said take it away, Jay, too, is because like last season I basically declared I'm done with My Hero Academia, just because it's just what you said about Demon Slayer happening is kind of what happened to me. I just kind of don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I remember when My Hero Academia started and kind of being like, wow, good for like long running shonen manga to like actually make seasonal anime. Good for them.
Yeah, they kind of started that trend, I feel like.
Yeah, and now I'm at the point where I'm just like, maybe they shouldn't have, like 7 seasons. Maybe they should have just done it like One Piece style and just did it all in one shot. It would have been done. We would have been over this by then. You got to wait a year between seasons, and by the time the 7th season comes out, you're just over it.
The problem
like,
is
I'm over My Hero Academia.
The problem is because of how Horikoshi's health is, the manga goes on constant hiatuses, and also like chapters will be like a little shorter than other manga and Shonen Jump, so it kind of needs those breaks to let it build up with content so it can adapt.
Okay. And the other thing too is I would say like the nice thing that the reason why you go seasonal with like long running shonen is to like make it so they have time to animate it well, right? Whereas One Piece for the longest time, it basically like kind of just floated by with the bare minimum for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I wish I could say that about My Hero Academia, but season 6 had moments where it looked like pretty rough. So I can't even say that they like by taking their time, they're doing a better job. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't mean to poo-poo on My Hero Academia this whole time because I do enjoy it, kind of. But sorry, Jay, what were you gonna say?
I mean, if you go the other route, like you also get stuff like Naruto, where like people hate the filler and they want to skip that. And I feel like you know, My Hero Academia with filler would just drop like a lot of people. I think.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, like.
The Mecha Deku arc or something.
Oh God. Yeah.
Mecha Deku.
Deku.
There's a Mecha Naruto arc in Naruto. It's filler arc. Yeah.
Like it's Studio Bones, so like they always do a fine job. Like even bad Studio Bones is still pretty good.
Yeah,
I would still be fine with it, but unfortunately, I'm just not interested in the story at all. It's probably one of the best shows I will not watch. Period.
How far did you make it before you kind of gave up on it?
For this is about where I dropped the manga, to be honest.
Okay.
And for the anime, oh geez, I don't even remember. I think it was just starting to get into the like My Villain Academia arc.
Okay, so I think that's 4 or 5.
Yeah,
maybe
it was a few seasons ago.
Yeah,
I think like I'm just done with it. For me, I stopped watching the anime after season 4 because like. A lot of the stuff like the My Villain arc is kind of long and boring.
Yeah.
I remember thinking the concept of it was like the concept sounded cool.
Oh, for sure.
Like, okay, we get the villains. Sure. There's a lot of cool villains in My Hero Academia. But the execution of it. And again, I'm mostly speaking from the manga because I got further in the manga than I did the anime, but
the manga lately has been really good, but
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just not. Yeah. But I don't know. Superhero. It might be superhero fatigue in general too.
I think that's probably got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like honestly, I feel like the Marvel fatigue kind of. This is like My Hero Academia took a stray bullet from Marvel fatigue, kind of like.
Well, I mean, Horikoshi was like inspired by Marvel and its mythos. So like.
Yeah, well, when you tie yourself to one of the biggest sinking ships in the world, you also have to go down
along with it.
Yeah,
yeah, the Titanic of. I don't know where I'm going with this.
What
about the next show?
Yeah, what else can't we draft?
The Misfit of Demon King Academy 2 Core 2. I know nothing about this.
Take it away, Jay.
This is one of those dime a dozen isekais.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this isn't
People
an
like
isekai.
this one though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, this has the famous Ainos Voldegold or whatever, right? Anus Voldegold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anus.
Yeah,
that's his name. Anus.
Yeah.
E pluribus anus.
Anos Voldegode.
Yeah, I pronounce it anus.
So yeah, this one, I mean, fair. It started off a lot of fun because like it didn't seem like it took itself seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But then like by season 2, it feels like it is taking itself seriously. So like none of the so like anything that like seemed like a joke was supposed to be 100% serious, and it's like, okay, no. Yeah.
So it was trying to do the Eminence and Shadow, but just a little too serious.
I don't even think it was trying to do Eminence and Shadow.
Is it like a situation where like you thought it was a joke and then it's like, oh no, we were serious.
Yeah, that's kind of like and like I'm like, because like Anos is like supposed to be the most powerful character in existence. Like he gets killed and he comes back and he's like, you thought killing me was enough to make me die? And like that's funny.
I do love that line.
That is kind of funny. That is kind of funny.
That's supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's a funny line. No, I'm serious. Oh.
No, for real.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
or like he freaking chucks a castle at someone.
That's
in
kind of
season
cool.
1.
That's pretty badass.
That's pretty funny.
Actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's a joke,
I'm
right?
in.
No.
I'm in. Oh. Well. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about this one. I don't think any of us are too keen on this one.
The other thing too is like I feel like a core 2 kind of just like inherently has less pop to it, you know?
Yeah, I think that a lot of that has to do with the fact that it went on hiatus because of issues. But
yeah.
I am so sick of core 2's split core bullshit.
Stop it.
Just make the full season. I know why they do it, you know. Make more money this way.
Okay. Well, riddle me this.
More engagement.
Why isn't this just season 3 then?
Right.
Because they want to sell it on the same DVD.
But they could sell two DVDs.
It probably comes out as 2 DVDs in Japan. Probably 6 DVDs in Japan. You ever see how many? It's insane how their releases are there.
Package, but yeah.
Well, whatever. That's enough. That's as much time as I want to give to this show. Next one that we can't draft is a movie. We're not going to delve too deep into the movies because we kind of want to save that for
another time.
Maybe we can do a bit of a deeper dive later. But for now,
it's a Blue Lock movie. Blue Lock episode Nagi. It's a movie coming out. I haven't watched Blue Lock, so
I'm excited for this. Nagi, I feel, is like one of the most interesting characters in Blue Lock, to me at least. And I'm just picturing Blue Lock with a movie budget sounds great. Hopefully we get this over here. I suspect we will because Blue Lock's massive.
Blue Lock's huge. It's huge both over here and in Japan. So like, I mean, I don't see a world where we don't get this.
I'm sure it'll be the worst case scenario. I think it would be like a single day release.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Day Live season 5.
Let's go.
I can't wait. Actually, I haven't watched season. When did they do the studio change?
4.
It was season 4.
Really? Season 4 they did the studio change,
Yeah, and we were doing the podcast when season 4 came out because we reviewed Day Live, I think, while that was happening.
Yes.
Yeah, like right near the tail end of it,
Yeah.
I binged 3 seasons of Day Live and then got to season 4 and I'm like, I'm done.
You just burnt you burned too bright and you burnt yourself out.
Yeah.
You played Icarus too hard.
You're like, it's like when my wife, she really likes like some kind of food. Like say she's really big into sushi one week. We'll have sushi like 7 times in the course of 2 weeks. And then we won't have sushi for like 2 months after.
Too much sushi.
Too much sushi all at once. Yeah.
Too much of a good thing sometimes is a bad thing. And the definition of that is Day Live season 5.
Yes.
Listen, I know Day Live is bad.
Yeah.
I know.
Period. Is it though?
I'm done. That's all I need to say.
Okay.
Cole and I watched the trailer for this together, and I think we both had the opinion that it looks bad now.
Does it? Okay, I'm gonna watch the trailer while you guys talk.
They're kind of focusing in too much on the CGI 3D animation, which I will caveat that by saying there is a 3D animated show that's coming out this season, which I'm kind of looking forward to. But I don't know, Day Live, like it's not, I don't know. Sometimes if you're going for 3D animation, just do that. Don't try to make it look 2D and mix it with 2D, because you can tell. Like,
this looks like, you know,
the
in like
viewer
Bocchi
can
the
tell.
Rock when they play the instruments, like in idol anime when they like do their performances.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of bad CG.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It takes you out of it, because you're like, you're watching an anime and then all of a sudden it's like 3D. It's not as bad as like something like what was that really bad anime that came out years ago?
X-Arm?
X-Arm.
Yeah. It's not quite that bad, but
it doesn't look pretty.
It's
there.
It's reminding me of like the performances in like Zombieland Saga or something like that. That's the vibe I got right away. Day Live.
Day Live, we hardly knew ye.
I don't know.
I'll watch it 100%.
Yeah.
I'm caught up, so like
we love trash. Let's be real.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of hogged that one. Do you guys have anything to say about it? Or should we just move on?
Oh, yeah.
I know so many people love Day Live and like rave about it. And I just can't see it. Like,
raves about it.
Who is raving about it?
People love Day Live. It's nuts, but like there are people that like say it's like
you know what? I guess by having a fifth season is like proof that people love Day Live. Yeah.
True.
But like
that's true.
People like go around saying it's like peak, and I'm like, what?
Peak of what? The garbage dump?
Peak.
The garbage
more
heap?
like more like
I can't. I don't know where you were going.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough Day Live.
Yeah.
More like Day. Next show is,
if you're gonna watch Day Live, all the power to you.
Oh, I mean, of course, if you're gonna watch any of them.
Yeah.
Listen, we can only speak for ourselves.
Yeah.
We can only speak for ourselves.
Yep.
Next up would be the Irregular at Magic High School Season 3. Jay,
take it away, Jay.
Welcome back to the light novel adaptation corner. It's basically this is just like a high school magic high school place with an overpowered MC, but he doesn't have magic.
What? So he's a regular at the Magic High School?
If you've seen this premise once, you've seen it before everywhere else. So I don't know.
But they sure do got cool uniforms.
I
will say that like the character designs in this one, at least they gave the guy who looks like the MC, he kind of has like different hair than the generic light novel protagonist hair. Yeah. It's a little more wavy, which you know what? Okay. I'm here for that.
If you like stuff like SAO,
make him look a little different.
It gives off the vibes of like an SAO or a thing Reki Kawahara would conjure up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
wow, what a shot at it by Jay. What an absolute.
Hey, if you like SAO,
Kirito clones is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
The SAO clones are definitely.
I think in our doc we have a Kirito clone tournament arc or a Kirito clone tournament.
Yeah. Which would be just Jay talking because he's seen every Kirito clone.
I've seen every Kirito clone. But I can understand why people would like this, but I kind of watched season 1 and then fell off.
Yeah. There's less, I feel like there's less demand here than like a Day Live or something like that for sure.
Well,
absolutely.
I can't wait for season 8 of this show.
Yeah. Last season was sitting at a 72 on AniList, so
it's not terrible.
The love isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But hey, Lisa's doing the OP, so Mike's into it.
Oh, I do like a Lisa OP.
We don't
get enough Lisa OPs lately. I don't know. We need more.
Lisa, I'm gonna write a letter.
Yeah. Well, I think she got married and maybe had a kid or something, so that could be a factor. But yeah.
All right. Next up, one that pains me to say that unfortunately we can't draft. Laid Back Camp Season 3. We've got a review for the first season of Yuru Camp. Yeah, the last season came out in 2021. It is ineligible to be drafted. I love this show, and I can't wait to watch this. But I can't draft it. I do like a subtle thing with this show is as the girls get older, they kind of change their designs a little bit. Like they make them look a little more grown up. Yeah.
I appreciate that, actually.
Yeah.
That's
a nice
cool.
subtle change.
I actually appreciate that too.
Not like major, like not majorly, but they like their hair grows out a little bit longer, stuff like that.
Okay.
No,
so
like
you get to see the passage of time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice.
You've actually kind of just sold me a little more on this season 3, actually. Because like, one thing that's kind of frustrating is like when you watch 3 seasons and it's like, they've been in high school for 3 seasons. Like they've been in the same year of high school. What's going on?
Hi, My Hero Academia. Welcome back.
Hi, Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon. Yeah. I think this is the king of comfy shows or queen of comfy shows. It's perfect.
It looks really nice too.
It does.
I wouldn't change anything about it. And this has been a preview for my opinions on the first season when we review it.
I'm looking forward to reviewing it.
Me too.
It seems like it's going to be a very comfy show.
Yeah. Yeah. And all of our next 3 reviews are in the description of this episode, wherever you're listening to it, by the way. So check that out.
Exactly. We've got 3 reviews coming up, and the first season of Eurocamp is one of them.
That's right.
Next up, did you guys know that there's a Code Geass movie coming out? I stopped myself.
I did know, and it's coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it. It's Code Geass movie.
So the description on AniList is a new Code Geass anime series, which was announced at the new Code Geass new project presentation live stream. That's the description.
Checks out.
Does that help you at all?
Oh, I get it now.
From what I understand, this is connected more to the movies, not really to the show.
The anime, the movie continuity.
Yeah. So it's.
I remember when Mike and I went and saw one of the movies.
Yeah.
And one of the characters was alive still in the movie. I'm not going to say who.
Yeah. Kind of like it was like a what is going on moment. Yeah.
Then we had to leave and go, oh, it's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Code Geass is always, I like Code Geass, so I'm looking forward to it, I guess.
It says Code Geass Rose of Recapture will be streamed exclusively on Disney Plus as a 12-episode series beginning in late June. FYI. I think if it's on Disney Plus, I think for American listeners that means HBO, or no, that means Hulu for you.
Hulu.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's a late start though for this show. That's going to run into summer for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. May the 4th. Be with
Star Wars Day.
Star Wars Day. More like Star Wars Day.
Got him.
Yeah. Next up is another movie. Bocchi the Rock. I think it's just a
compilation.
Compilation film of Bocchi the Rock, the first of the Bocchi compilation movie duology. So it's the first half of the first season, I guess.
Yeah.
The sequel is called Bocchi the Rock.
Oh, really?
So this will be a Blu-ray that I buy and never watch.
Just watch the first season. Usually anime movies once they do compilation movies, usually it kind of ruins the pacing of the actual show. So
yeah.
It's cool they're doing this. I get why they're doing it. Get your bag, King, but not for me.
Yeah.
I am scrolling through. Oh, here's the next one. The Duke of Death and His Maid, season 3. I couldn't finish the first season, to be honest. I don't know why. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
I suspect that's why you had to scroll so far to get to it, because I feel like the hype died out for this one quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because like I liked the manga.
Okay.
But like something about the anime, maybe it's like the pacing of it, but like it just didn't really work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just didn't tickle your Jimmy.
For me, it might have been like the humor. I don't know.
Maybe
something about it. I can't quite put my finger on it.
And the show looks like it's going to 3D CG for the season 2. Kind of like how Day Day Live looked.
Oh,
It was always 3D CG.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2D for season 1.
No, it was 3D.
Was it? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
no.
Yeah. Go back and
Really?
look.
No.
Yes. Well, obviously it didn't bother you because you didn't even notice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not watching.
I know nothing about this one. Yeah.
I will not be watching.
If you're looking on YouTube, you can tell like my brain's kind of been broken because like I don't remember it being CG this whole time.
Jay just had a Mandela effect. This is proof that the universes have collided. This is proof that the universes have collided.
Well, we'll look at that off air. One of us had a Mandela effect. It was either me or Jay.
The convergence has happened.
Moving on. I mean, we've got Idolmaster, we've got Uma Musume movies coming out. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, whatever.
Every season there's another Uma Musume movie.
You know what? It makes so much
Idolmaster.
money in Japan, but
Yeah,
it doesn't make money over here. So
no, not at all. We don't care about horses. There's a Baki Hanma movie.
Yeah.
Big guys fighting.
Yeah.
Conan. Detective Conan. Yeah.
You skipped over the Dead Demons movie, but yeah, whatever.
That's not a sequel, but
yeah. Well, it's a movie, but
yeah. There's also Kurameru Kagari.
I feel like when we're getting that deep into the names, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point.
Yeah.
We're way down there. We're way down there now. Yeah, I think that would be about it. Do you guys think
there's a Gintama movie coming out?
I thought Gintama the final had already happened.
It did.
How can you have a sequel to a final? How can you have like a continuance of a final season, like a final season part 2 or even part 3?
It's not continuing. It's pulling from an older arc and making it into a movie.
I was making an Attack on Titan reference there. I set you up, Jay. I lobbed the ball at you. You just had to hit the home run.
That went right over my head.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we got time for a mailbag?
Sure.
I think we do.
Why not?
I think we got time for a mailbag. Mailbag is the part of the show where we go into a bag filled with mail.
This is the part of the show where Cole stalls for time while he tries to find the drop on the soundboard.
Man, I wish it was like alphabetical in.
It's time for the mailbag.
Yeah, it's mailbag time.
The rare self cutoff too. Wow.
Yeah, no, I got it.
That was a neat move.
I know how to play the game. Wasn't there a wrestler who did that?
What?
Play the game?
Yeah, Triple H. It's time to play the game.
Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Grandpa. If you've got a mailbag question, you can send that over to us either at our website, AniProPod.com/mailbag, or on our Discord. This comes from the Discord. It is a mailbag question from Phantom Lion. If you could have a new season to any manga adapted anime that didn't get to finish, like Bleach, which had an 11-year gap, which would it be? So which anime have you watched that you wish was concluded? Like the manga. Michael.
So the manga is concluded, but the anime never finished yet?
Right. Yes.
Okay. That's a tough one. Tokyo Ghoul. They only made one season for some reason, and it's really upset me. Yeah.
I mean, there's that 10th anniversary project that seems to be promising, but
Jay is vibrating. He's ascending to a higher level.
But at the same time, that could just be a pachinko
optimistic
machine. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a cafe for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Snoop Hogs.
And they serve coffee like the coffee in Tokyo Ghoul. Okay.
It's actually human
That's
blood.
No, they drink coffee because it's the only thing they actually like the taste of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have a good answer for this off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to scroll my Annie list. Do you guys have a good answer right away?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Are
What
you
do you
also
think
scrolling
it
your
is?
Annie list?
What do you think it is?
Let's
Land
hear
of
it.
Lustrous?
March comes in like a lion.
Oh,
Or Land of the Lustrous. That would also be
Yeah.
a good one. I mean, do I even need to go into it? March comes in like a lion. I like where they left it. It feels like it's a good ending, but I feel that there's still a lot in the manga that happens that I want to see animated into an animation television program.
Yeah.
But we'll never get it. So
yeah.
Still waiting on volume 4 of the Blu-ray too, by the way.
When did the last season of that come out, by the way?
2018 or 19, I think.
Well,
it's not that long.
You know, it's I wouldn't say impossible at this point, because you got there's some shows that are coming back from even deeper in the grave.
Yeah, I know, but
you know, like I don't want to get your hopes up, but yes, you're pretty unlikely.
Land of the Lustrous is probably less likely too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the shows that I want probably already have been announced for season 2s and onward. So Jade, would you have any?
The one that immediately came to mind was Noragami.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
there you go.
The stuff that we got in anime form is like the introduction to what Noragami kind of is. And there's like so much more to the story that I'd love anime onlys to experience.
I got a good one for you, Jay.
Yeah.
Nisekoi.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been long enough. And it didn't end on like a nice ending. Like it felt like it should keep going.
Season 2 sucked too, so.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have an answer actually. Here, I found one.
Yeah.
Grand Blue Dreaming. Give me a season 2 of that. I'm down for some more Grand Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
funny show.
If we can say light novels, No Game No Life.
Oh, that's like, how did we not think of that one?
Yeah.
that is the answer. People are clamoring for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Not me. I like No Game No Life. I don't love it though.
I really liked it.
You're getting canceled.
I'm the guy that
I know people. Trust me. I'm getting canceled for not loving it. Yeah. People love that show.
Yeah, let us know your answers in the comments. What's something you wish they would do a sequel of? This was like a nice sequel-y first half of the episode.
All
Focused
sequels,
on a lot of
all the
sequels.
time.
Yeah. And after the break, I think there's only a very, very small amount of sequels.
Yes,
will come up.
Yeah,
and they will come up. I can assure you that.
They will definitely.
Oh, I'm also waiting for Two Piece to come out. The sequel to One Piece.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
The One Piece was the friends we made along the way. I just realized something that we need to do before the break. That's very important. Jay, you did the math. I know you did.
I did do the math.
This factors into the trophy.
So this does factor into the trophy, and we have the results are in. If I can find them, where are they? Here they are. In third place with first pick.
Wait.
Hold on.
Say
what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say what? Or never mind. We don't want. We'll talk about what shows we drafted next week.
Okay.
So yeah, they don't matter.
Right here's a drum roll.
Yeah. In third place with first pick with a total of 64. Cole.
Oh.
Boo.
Cole had the best draft.
The worst draft.
No, I had the worst draft.
Yeah.
I
what
drafted
sunk him?
first.
What was his?
Everything. Like kind of everything. It just kind of.
I had a bad season.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, but honestly,
I
think you kind of wanted to have a bad winter because now you have first pick for spring.
That is true.
Yeah.
And it's a stacked season.
This was a pretty good season to accidentally tank. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We might as well just say what you drafted. I'm gonna look quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I remember Metallic Rouge.
Change Soldier, Hokkaido Girls Are Super Adorable, Demon Prince of Momochi House, and the unavailable Pon no Michi. His new anime was Metallic Rouge. His anime of the season prediction was Sengoku Yoko.
Yeah.
Oh, that one hurt you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Metallic Rouge, like weirdly, surprisingly bad. I'll save it for next thing.
Yeah, I think it was Hokkaido Gals that was his highest in like 71 or something like that.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
No.
This is
and his lowest was like in the 50s. So
yeah. Okay, who's drafting second?
Drafting second and the winner, gentlemen. The difference This was the closest we've ever come, with a difference of 0.5.
Oh.
Second place goes to... If we could get a drum roll, because I think that this is very dramatic.
Yeah.
Me, which means Mike wins.
Oh, I thought Jay had his... would that be your first win?
It would have been my first win.
Yeah.
You came in first by 0.5.
Wow, just rubbing it in. Just rubbing it in, Mike.
And 76.5.
Rub the dirt. That's crazy. Half a point.
Yeah, so, and honestly, the biggest reason why Mike won is because of how we do our tallying. We didn't really go over it, but we take the highest score, the lowest score, the new anime pick, and the anime of the season prediction, and average that out.
If you want to see our picks, there's in our Discord, there's a documents channel, and you can go look at our seasonal drafts there.
Yeah.
And it explains all this. Yeah.
I was
going to say, I drafted Delicious in Dungeon, Witch and the Beast, Tsukamichi, Moonlit Fantasy, Dr. Elise, Royal Lady with a Lamp, and Mr. Villain's Day Off. My new anime was Delicious in Dungeon, and my anime of the season was Solo Leveling. Jay drafted Solo Leveling, A Sign of Affection, Sengoku Yoko, Buchigiri, Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. His new anime was Sign of Affection, and his anime of the season was Classroom of the Elite Season 3. I feel like the Classroom of the Elite might have failed you a little bit.
It was the
Sengoku Yoku.
Or Sengoku Yoko. Really?
Oh, Dancing with the Devil. Okay. We'll talk about this more next week, obviously, when we do the awards. But this last season, not a great one. Yeah. Not a great season.
Couple of pretty decent shows, but like a lot of them were misses.
Yeah. I do want to also just specify, in case this is the first time anybody's listened to this, Mike wins this season, right? Mm-hmm. So what does Mike win? Mike wins the opportunity to select his seasonal prize winners first.
Mm-hmm.
I lost. So my consolation prize. Let's say consolation prize.
Yeah.
My consolation prize is I get to draft first. Just like in sports. The last place teams gets the first draft.
Yeah.
Jay, right down the middle, he gets nothing.
I get nothing. I lose. Good day, sir.
But you also it's honestly like when you do fantasy drafts, it's kind of nice being in the middle because you don't necessarily get the number one pick, but you always get the number two. You know, like you don't get the best, but you also don't get the worst.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice median.
All right. Well, now we know it'll be me, followed by Jay, followed by Mike for the draft. And that draft will come up after this.
Break. Damn it.
We are already recording.
You son of a gun. You always get me.
Welcome back to AniPro. It's draft time. Draft time, you know it. You love it. We take all of the shows and we draft them in a draft.
It's like it's our signature thing. We do this. We've always done this.
It's
since the beginning of time.
We do. Yeah. There are two constants in the world. Taxes and the AniPro draft.
Right.
And the draft will start with me this time.
As we just found out right before the break.
Yeah. I draft first. And really, there is only one choice, but...
I've already clicked on it. I'm already reading. Yeah.
There's my brain and listen, my body is telling me one thing, but my heart is telling me something else.
Okay.
I am going to take with the first pick, leaving one of you with an absolute slam dunk. I am taking Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf first overall because I love Spice and Wolf.
Yep. This is the one I expected you to take first overall, but for the newer, less acquainted listeners, what's that all about, Cole?
Well, Spice and Wolf it'd be in my top 20, I'd say, anime.
The original.
I love Holo specifically. She's great. Holo is the wise wolf, the titular wise wolf. I'll read the synopsis as provided by Crunchyroll. Lawrence is a traveling merchant selling various goods from a horse-drawn cart. One day he arrives in a village and meets a beautiful girl with the ears and tail of an animal. What? I'm not a furry. Her name is Holo the Wise Wolf, and she brings bountiful harvests. She wishes to return to her homeland, and Lawrence offers to take her. Now, the once lonely merchant and the once lonely wise wolf begin their journey north. We reviewed the first season of Spice and Wolf, so you can go back and listen to that. This is just a straight remake. I am happy that they got the original voice actors back for Holo and Lawrence. And the main takeaway I would give for Spice and Wolf is it has one of the most organic and enjoyable will they won't they's in anime.
For sure. I think that the romance is probably one of the best aspects of this series.
I disagree. I think the economics is the best aspect of this series. No,
don't sleep on the economics of Spice and Wolf. Also, I mean, it's a fresh coat of paint on a great show. I think it'll do well. I think it will do well.
Back when we reviewed it, my biggest critique of it was that the coat of paint was of a dated shade. It really just needed a redo. It was a great show that just kind of aged poorly, like the actual adaptation of it. Yeah, I feel like I say adaptation wrong. What am I? Adaptation. Yeah, whatever.
You called it out.
I know. I keep saying it though, and I'm like, what is the right thing? I don't even know. Anyway, I feel like the adaptation was incorrect on the first, like it just didn't age well. Yeah. And I think they basically just did what I asked for and just redid it. And it seems to be, I haven't read the light novel, but from what I can tell is maybe certain additional characters I have not seen in any of the trailers that were added just for the anime in the original. So I think it's going to be tighter to the light novel, which is probably also a good thing.
Jay and I were discussing this yesterday. Yeah. I think this'll be called Spice and Wolf Brotherhood by the fandom. Yeah. One last thing before we move on to Jay's pick. This will be airing on Crunchyroll, so it's very accessible for everybody. Go out and watch it.
Yeah,
Spice and Wolf.
Yep.
Spice and
Studio
Wolf Brotherhood.
Is
it's Passion. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little I'm a little worried about it only because like it is a remake. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to live up to the hype, but like I hope it does.
The thing that worries me is Studio Passion more than anything is just they don't have the best track record. They don't have a particularly horrible one, but it's not stellar.
Yeah.
You know? But there's so much passion behind this one. From what I can see, it seems like there's passion in it, and usually passion equals quality.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't think the weak link in Spice and Wolf is the story.
Yeah.
I think the biggest weak link in it when we discussed it was the animation. And I mean, based on the trailers, it looks better. They also stick to the character designs more so from the light novel, which will take some getting used to, but I'm already getting used to Holo with littler
kind of
ears.
same. Yeah.
You know what? I watched the trailer in preparation for the draft, and I actually was like, oh yeah, this is a different design. Because now I've seen it, the new Holo more times, and I just kind of forgot what the old one looks like a little more. So yeah. I think
the face is the same.
Yeah.
And did we say too, like if you're thinking about watching this, if you're wondering, like someone in our Discord, I think Mexi asked, is like you don't have to have watched the old Spice and Wolf. This is a full on reboot.
Yeah, it's a full remake. So I think you do benefit from watching it, but you don't need to.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah,
second pick. Your first pick.
Is probably the show I'm the most hyped for this season. It's by Studio Production IG. And that is Kaiju number 8.
Okay, I wasn't sure where Jay was going with this, and this is one that I also wanted to.
Which Cole and I found out yesterday that Hideaki Anno's studio is working on this, or like their
Studio Kara,
and they're producing it, which like I'm more hyped for it now because like, where can you go wrong?
I mean,
the trailer looks fantastic. Like it feels like the people behind this really understood the assignment. And that assignment was with the highest kaiju emergence rates in the world, Japan is no stranger to attack by deadly monsters. Enter the Japan Defense Force, a military organization tasked with the neutralization of kaiju. Kafka Hibino, a kaiju corpse cleanup man, has always dreamed of joining the force. But when he gets another shot at achieving his childhood dream, he undergoes an unexpected transformation. How can he fight kaiju now that he's become one himself?
Oh my god.
I think this one has a potential to be anime.
I think so too.
Like honestly, I feel like it's easier to say that about like a Spice and Wolf or something like that, one of the sequels where you know more about it. But this one I feel like is probably one of the favorites for anime of the season for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It looks like you said, it's animated incredible.
And like the shot composition, like it feels like a kaiju movie. There's one shot in the trailer where like someone's dropping out of a helicopter and like it looks fantastic.
It's got the good mix from what I can tell of having read like one volume of the manga too. It has a good mix of like action, drama, and all that stuff too, and like an interesting premise that's just kind of like it's the winning formula for anime for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's got the universal appeal for anime fans, I think. Yeah. Just it being
and you can
action.
Yeah, and you can check this out on Crunchyroll and also apparently X or Twitter.
Yeah. It's airing on Twitter. X, sorry. Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
But
I don't know about that one.
And One Republic
doing the ED. Youngblood's doing the OP. Weird times.
What is going on? This is a weird one.
There is a budget going into this show.
Yeah. I feel like this is though. I feel like with production IG, you kind of get it's like a Two-Face from Batman. Like sometimes you get bad production IG, and then this looks like we're getting good production IG. So
production IG is always good.
That's why they're a B rank studio.
Name the last bad production IG production.
Hold on, I'll click on it. I'll tell you.
Okay, click on it and tell me.
I'm clicking on it. 2023 here. Fooly Cooly Shoegaze and Fooly Cooly Grunge.
All right, I take it back. I forgot they do Fooly Cooly. Okay, fine.
Ha! Got him.
I'll be watching this one too. I think
I'm gonna check it out. I feel like this one I would definitely say like we said, it's kind of universal appeal. I feel like almost anyone would be remiss not to check out at least an episode or two.
Yeah. This one should be fun. Yeah. Now, Mike, you get the next pick.
Hi. And now I get to pick one that I was not sure whether I could pick it or not.
If it's the one that I think you are doing,
I think I'm okay because I think it came out very close to exactly 5 years ago.
Hold on.
Came out in 2019.
Let me go back and look.
Yeah. We did not address it in the first half, and I was kind of surprised. Is Cole looking up Konosuba season 3?
I am.
Okay.
Came out in 2017. You are good.
The second season?
Yep.
Oh, no. I was looking at the Legend of Crimson movie. Yeah, that was technically the last
We're not counting movies.
Okay.
Thank God.
Anyway, Konosuba season 3. It's going to be done by Studio Drive, which is the same studio that did the Konosuba Megamine spinoff, An Explosion on This Wonderful
and also
World,
the movie.
Which and also the movie. I feel like they've got a good taste of like the Dean-ness that made Konosuba great, and also, but like they've also got more of a quality control where like it's not gonna have too much of the negative Dean stuff going on. It just seems like it's a good fit for sure. The only reason I'm kind of was hesitating about this one is like I don't know how much there is going to be to talk about here, because but the thing that really convinced me to really think this is going to be an interesting one to talk about is that it seems to be more of a solidified story arc, and it's kind of going in a different direction based on the trailer than Konosuba has been in the past. It seems like there's this whole thing with this princess and stuff, and I'm curious to see where it goes. we'll talk about that later. What do you guys think of Konosuba season 3?
I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
everybody likes Konosuba. I've never met somebody who's watched Konosuba and it's like meh. To be honest,
yeah. Honestly, I haven't either, because it's just the perfect mix of like raunchy kind of slapstick comedy, and it just kind of has like again something for everybody to like in it, really.
And sure, it's got that raunchiness to it, but like it doesn't take itself seriously. Like it knows that its characters are all degenerates,
For sure.
and that kind of makes it in a weird way endearing.
It's kind of like anime Seinfeld or Always Sunny in Philadelphia a little bit, where like all the characters are kind of bad people, and like you don't feel bad when the bad thing happens to them, even though like the bad thing's not that bad of a thing, but it's kind of just funny.
And it's usually their fault.
And it's their fault. It's just chaos, the anime, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. Jay?
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really the biggest fan of the Megumin spinoff, but I'm interested in like going back and seeing more just like classic Konosuba, seeing if the spinoff kind of dropped me off, or I'll still be interested in it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good point, because like the Konosuba, the spinoff definitely kind of, I feel like it lost out a little bit by not also having Aqua and Darkness in it. And Kazuma too. Right,
exactly. Yeah, Megumin is a good character, but she's best when she like plays off.
She kind of needs the
ensemble. The dynamic.
You need the ensemble cast, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't watch Seinfeld if it was just Jerry, you know, like.
Yeah, or just Kramer. Even like, you need all of them. I know Kramer. Everybody loves Kramer.
Yeah,
but you need
the ensemble. Yeah.
Then you'd have what's that spin-off show from The Big Bang Theory with Sheldon?
Young Sheldon.
You'd have Young Sheldon. Yeah.
You know, it's just not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun in the same way. Yeah. All right, it's my turn next.
It is your turn next.
Let us know, Cole.
And this is the show that I'm happy movies don't count for. My second pick will be Sound Euphonium season 3, whose last season came out in 2019. Just making the cut. So, Sound Euphonium, one of my favorite shows. It did make my top, what did we do? Top 5 or top 10?
So we did top
recently. 5. Top 5.
I think it was
made
my
top 5.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows where I sit down to just like I'll watch an episode or something, and then I end up just watching the whole show. So, Sound Euphonium, very excited for this to come back. Also, I mean, KyoAni, we need more from them.
KyoAni, I'm glad they're back too, not just Sound Euphonium for you, but like KyoAni's back, and with like one of their classic properties. It's a good thing. It's a good time. It's a good time to be alive. Yeah.
I'll read the synopsis. It's a short one. Kumiko's third year finally begins with the concert band at Kitauji? Whatever. The high school. With the high school band over 90 members, Kumiko is now the president and does her best with her final year's high school club activities to try to win her long desired gold at nationals. So yeah, it's basically just the natural next step for Sound Euphonium. Kumiko's now the leader of the band.
Yeah, she's euphoniumed all she can, and now she really must sound off.
Exactly.
I like the sound of that euphonium. 3.
Yeah. I like the part where she turns to the camera at the end of season 2 and she says, "It's time to euphonium."
Yeah, it's more than time.
It's euphin time.
It's euphin time. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I won't stand for this mockery of one of my favorite shows any longer.
I feel like the problem here is that me and Jay, you haven't watched Sound Euphonium, right?
I've seen it. I just haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it, so I'm just kind of like riffing because I don't know what else to say.
I think genuinely, I think that this is going to be another good season. The first 2 seasons were really good, and I think that this is just going to be a fun continuation of that.
Who would you guys recommend checks out the first 2 seasons of this in order to watch this?
I've said it before, and it's a weird recommendation from me, but if you're like a fan of haiku,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's kind of like the sports anime that isn't about sports.
I could see that.
Like it's competition based. It's the team. It's ensemble, but you still get like good leads, and it's gorgeous. It's just purely beautiful.
I mean, it's KyoAni, right?
Wise.
So like, yeah,
right.
And I mean, if you like
That's what I would say.
KyoAni stuff, like you'll probably still like this anyway because of the beauty of KyoAni animations.
Again, like Cole said with Konosuba, have you ever met anybody who said they don't like KyoAni anime?
No, I haven't.
Right.
If I did, I probably would exit the room.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like we've all taken extremely solid first picks here, and
Cole's second,
my second pick,
and Cole's second pick.
Yeah. Speaking of second picks,
I'm gonna go a little bit off the rails for this one.
It begins.
Here we go.
Here we go. Take the pun as it is intended. Because I will be drafting a show by the director of a show you might know, Shirobako, and that show is Train to the End of the World.
What? Okay, hold on. Train to the End of the World? I'm scrolling.
Train to the End of the World.
It
does look really good.
Tell us about it.
So let's read the synopsis. The anime story is set in a town in a not-so-ordinary countryside, where a big and strange occurrence is happening to its residents. But a young girl named Shizuru Chikura has a strong desire to see her lost friend again. Shizuru and 3 other girls board an abandoned train, and they set out to the outside world, where survival is not certain. What awaits them at the last stop of the Doomsday Train?
Whoa, it's Doomsday. From DC continuity.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit
He's
of
shooting the beam out.
I'm getting some vibes of like Tengoku Daimakyo from this a little bit, but like with more
it's kind of like that,
cute.
but mixed with like A Place Further Than the Universe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, A Place Further Than the Universe too.
Like those are the vibes I'm getting. It's by the director of Shirobako, and I like Shirobako, so
all the pieces are there.
Yeah.
And I hope I hope it's able to follow through because I'm excited for this one. It was second round.
Really good.
Maybe a little early, but
I think maybe Jay knew you were excited for this one. So this is a little
Jay showed it to me.
Oh, you played yourself.
Yeah,
you played yourself.
Well, no.
Wow, this trailer looks actually really good though. Like the animation looks.
Yeah.
I'm really. This might be a sleeper, Jay. This might be the second time in a row where you take the sleeper show of the season.
Yeah.
He's got some
hopefully
sleepers.
It turns out better this time.
Yeah.
Than Sengoku Yoku. Yeah.
Oh,
too soon.
Yeah.
But I think that this is a show that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but like, man, this trailer looks really good. And I'm really excited for it. And it will be airing on Crunchyroll, so it's very widely available. So
easy peasy. Easy peasy to find. I forgot
I'm
to see
excited
where Sound Euphonium was airing.
They kind of have interesting character designs too.
It's an original anime.
Cool
like it has so many cool pieces going for it, and I just like I hope it's good. And
you always want to highlight an original anime too.
Yeah. Right? So like for that reason, I mean, that's kind of why I'm going second. I'm taking a big gamble here, but
yeah. So
I think I think it'll play out.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this will be one where nobody's picking it going into the season.
Yeah.
But as it starts, this will be the one where I think you'll see more and more screenshots of it, say on Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah. I think you're right. The only thing that scares me here is I'm looking through the studio EMT Squared that's doing it. And again, like you kind of look at the studio to get an idea of like how this might. Usually there's like a history you can kind of look at. And I'm scrolling and I'm trying to find that show that gives me faith in them. And I'm just not seeing it. And that's not to say that they can't.
There's always a first for everything.
Around.
Is the thing. Like
There's a first for everything. Yeah. I would rather have a studio that doesn't have anything than one that just produces dumpster fires.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm looking at it, and like up until about 2020, they didn't have an anime rated higher than 70.
Yeah.
And it kind of seems like they're turning it around with like once they got Beast Tamer out there, Kuma Kuma Bear, Fluffy Paradise. So there's some hope here. This looks like their best thing that they've put out.
Yeah.
Though, so I'm excited for you, Jay.
I think this is one too that'll get carried by the story more than the animation. So
Yeah.
I'm
here for another place further than the universe as well too. So
good pick, Jay. Good pick.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mike.
Yes.
It's your turn to pick.
It is
another
my
anime.
turn to pick, and I am the last in the order. And I will take a show that I did not expect to be here. I'm going to take a show that my good friend Jay Garritian introduced me to. And by show, I mean manga, when he made us review it on the podcast.
Yes.
I'm going to take a show called Go Go Loser Ranger by Studio Yostar Pictures. Who, I say? They've basically done the Arc Knights stuff and a lot of Azur Lane stuff. So I don't know what that says about this show, to be honest with you. I think Arc Knights people enjoyed it when it resumed, but
I haven't heard like bad things about Arc Knights. If anything, I've heard people say it was surprisingly well done.
It looks really good, the Arc Knights anime. Yeah.
And the trailer for Go Go Loser Ranger looks pretty interesting. I forgot to read the trailer, the synopsis for KonoSuba season 3, but
I don't think you need
it's
to.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what KonoSuba is. When the monster army invaded Earth 13 years ago, the Divine Dragon Rangers rose up to stop them. With the war raging on, these great heroes are mankind's last hope. Or are they? In truth, the invaders were subjugated within a year, forced to continue to crank out a monster a week for the Rangers to crush in front of their adoring fans. But one monster has had enough. Something has to change. He'll rebel against the might of the Dragon Rangers and destroy them all. From the inside.
Whoa.
We reviewed this manga, and it seemed promising, and I know one of the things we all agreed on is that it seemed like this would animate well. Like it would it kind of read like a good anime. And I'm probably the biggest fan of an action anime on the podcast too. And this just looks like kind of fun comedy, action, adventure stuff with like a touch of more of a serious undertone going on a little bit. And that's the sort of thing I like. So I'm pretty pleased to get it here.
Listen, this season is right off the bat coming in like way stronger than last season.
Yeah, for sure.
We've gone 6 shows in, and I want to watch all 6 of these shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's not one here that I'm not interested in.
And I think that's part of the benefit of like last season, a lot of shows continued from fall into winter. Whereas this one, they were starting new. We get new stuff.
Yeah. But last season, the best shows were the ones that continued.
Oh, exactly. All the best shows work because they're already being made. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say like the animation for this one looks really good. Like I like the like transforming animation at the start of the trailer for the putties or whatever. What were they called again? Let's just call them putties.
I think they're just called monsters, aren't they?
No,
I don't remember.
Dusters.
Yeah. Okay.
Dusters. Yeah. Looks really good. I'm excited for this one too.
Yeah. I am cautiously optimistic that this will turn out quite well. Yeah.
Are we gonna make the obligatory mangaka? This mangaka made a different manga.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jay to tell us stuff here.
I mean, if you want me to, this mangaka made quintessential quintuplets.
Yes.
He did it. Jay. He did the thing.
Listen, you did a whole YouTube video last week.
I did.
All about quints.
I did.
Indirectly.
I did.
Yeah. Another great show I'm looking forward to. Another great show I'm looking forward to would be my next pick.
You have another pick.
Third round begins thusly. I am going with a show that's called Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night.
Oh, you bastard.
I did it. That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Shibuya is a city full of identity. It is here on Shibuya's late night streets that illustrator Mahiru Kozuki, former idol Kono Yamanouchi, VTuber Kiwi
skip the
Watase, and composer Mei Kim Oh no, come on. Mei Kim
that's a brutal
Anouk
one.
Takanashi. 4 young women who are slightly outside the world join together and form an anonymous artist group called Jelly. I also wants to shine like someone else. I also want to shine like someone else. If it's not me, but we, then we might be able to shine.
Honestly, that's a bunch
Ignore
of
the
word
last couple
soup.
lines.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
word soup.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. This anime looks absolutely beautiful. It's from Doga Kobo, so fairly good track record there. It just looks like a, I don't want to say like whimsical. Well, whimsical. It looks whimsical, but like urban whimsy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. This one, when I watched the trailer for it, I was kind of like, I clicked on it thinking, oh, it seems like a cool title, but this just seems like it's going to be one of those like weird anime or whatever. Like it didn't have high hopes. And then I clicked on the trailer and I was like, well, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
It's got like that cool, like kind of like nighttime call the night, like aesthetic that Cole likes too. So I can see why you took it here for sure. I keep forgetting to say where my anime are, but this one's on High Dive.
This one's
is the first High
first.
Dive pick.
And High Dive doesn't have a lot of shows this season.
No, this is probably their big one.
But man, High Dive gets good shows. Like it's almost a lock if High Dive almost. If High Dive has the show, it's higher than 50-50 that it's going to be good, I would say.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed most of them, honestly. I don't want to go back to previous seasons that much though, but like Ragnar Crimson would be the one that I would think of that is maybe the alternate to that. This one's interesting too, because it's like I don't know anything about this one really at all. It is an original anime too, right? So it could go any which way. Doga Kobo has a pretty good track record. I'm checking out who the producer is. King Records. They've also done Tear Moon Empire, Dead Mount Death Play, Ragnar Crimson, which just brought up my life as a Nukai-san's dog OVA. Don't toy with me, Nagatoro.
What are you looking at?
The producer.
Who cares? Look at the director, if anything, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's directed.
Let's see what he's done. Pokemon Paldean wins. Oh, okay. I really like that. Mushoku Tensei.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
The Heike story.
Keep
Jujutsu
your hands
Kaisen.
off Aizuken.
Okay. Carol and Tuesday. Yeah, no, this is definite.
Wotakoi.
I'll be checking a couple episodes of this one out. It seems like you're kind of, I don't know how you put it. Like you're kind of cool, chill, introspective anime of the season. That's going to be like that dark horse that people like Jay are going to make YouTube videos about, where they like talk about the deeper meaning of it. You know,
it looks vibey.
It does look like a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Plus, it's like unique, right? It's about like street artists.
Yeah,
it's neat, interesting.
Yep.
Jay, you're up next.
I am up next. Also, did we see where Go-Go Loser Ranger was airing? I don't remember if we did.
I totally keep forgetting to say. I think KonoSuba is also on Crunchyroll. I think Go-Go Loser Ranger's also on Crunchyroll.
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Jay broke the news to me. It's Disney Plus, and all of the episodes are being dumped at once.
For what?
Go-Go Loser Ranger.
Go-Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, no.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to wait.
No. Hold on. Oh. Not at the end of the season. At the beginning of the season.
Oh, hell yeah. So I'm going to forget about this show by the time our season awards come out.
This will be,
or it's like really so good easy. And it's going to stick in your head.
Yeah, we'll just binge it all at the start.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool. I like that.
I should say Sound Euphonium is Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Jay, go.
So I'm torn between two shows here.
Go figure.
Because they're both available to me. But
sure are.
But I think I'm going to go with this one.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd go with this one.
And that is Windbreaker.
Oh.
I thought about this one too. It looks interesting.
It has kind of like that Tokyo Revengers vibe, which like I know a lot of people like, and a lot of people don't like. But like, I'm interested because like how is it going to be different, and how is it going to stand out?
I've seen it's basically similar to Tokyo Revengers, but not so much revenge. I saw someone on Reddit call it Tokyo Avengers.
Yeah.
So do with that what you will. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like cool. You know, like you drafted Buchigiri last season. This one kind of seems like that, but less ridiculous. Sorry, I'll let you read
I am
that.
really excited for it because like Cloverworks is doing it, and Cloverworks has done a lot of like really good shows lately. So
sneaky good studio for sure.
But where the average scores are the lowest, but the fights are the strongest, Furin High School is renowned as a super school of delinquents. Haruka Sakura, a first-year student, came from outside the city to fight to the top. However, Furin High School has become a group that protects the town called the Chime of the Windbreaker. Bofurin, the heroic legend of high school delinquent Sakura begins here. Yeah, I can from that description I can understand why people are saying it's like Tokyo Avengers, because like it seems like they're like a heroic group and then they just like fight delinquents.
It's an interesting premise, and it seems like kind of a cool setup, and like from the trailer too, the animation looks quite good because it's Cloverworks. They do good stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've heard they do good stuff.
They do good stuff. They do that one show that I can't remember what it's called. Something about music though. Something about like a band.
Cares? Probably sucks.
Whatever. It'll come to me.
It'll come to you, yeah.
But no, this looks really good, and I've been debating on reading the manga for this for quite a while because it is out over here in the West. But you can watch it on Crunchyroll if you want to.
Yeah. That is true.
If you want. Mike, what? Mike.
Hi. Okay, yeah. You're done with Windbreaker? You're done breaking wind, Jay?
The title does sound like a fart joke. Yeah.
It does, yeah.
And what I did see too with that one, that like apparently there's a manhwa that's more popular with the same title, and people were very excited, and then they were kind of had like a bit of a moment when one they realized what it was. But it honestly looks
I've read
good.
the manhwa Windbreaker, and like it is really good.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very different story.
I could kind of see that. I'm gonna go for my next pick here with something off the beaten path a little bit here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with something that's a similar to Cole's first pick there of Spice and Wolf. This one's a remake of an old property. It's a reboot. Okay. And the original property came out in 2006 as well. I'm going to take Bartender, Glass of God.
Oh.
This one, I'll read the synopsis to you from the original one, because this one... Uh-oh. You guys are laughing at me already. I don't like it.
The trailer's got a funny line in it.
What is the funny line? I need to know.
No, go ahead.
We'll talk about it after.
The synopsis.
Okay. The original, I'm going to read the synopsis of the 2006 one because the other one's pretty short. Genius bartender Sasakura Ryu, it's my turn to stumble over the name, makes the most incredible cocktails anyone has ever tasted. Seeking his glass of guad, seeking his quote glass of God, individuals from all different walks of life visit his bar. With both a compassionate ear and a godly drink, Ryu helps his people with their problems. And basically the only synopsis on for the new version is this brilliant bartender can uplift any troubled soul with a glass of God. So I guess his drinks are so good they call them glass of God. And the thing that kind of catches my eye about this one is I was a big fan of Death Parade. And it's kind of like Death Parade minus all of the edginess and like kind of existential, like afterlife questionable stuff, which arguably is what made Death Parade so good. So this just more like seems like a pure like episodic character drama where someone comes into his bar, he makes them a drink, they tell him their problems. And it looks good. The animation's quite good. I'm curious to see where it goes. This is probably a riskier pick. And And now you guys, did the line come up at all? As I was
It
speaking?
didn't, no.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the specifics of it, but he defines the term bartender.
Yeah.
Okay.
As what did he define bar as, Jay? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
It's like a perch.
Yeah, it was like a perch.
He's like, bartender means a perch. No, bar means a perch, and tender means like
Kindness.
So he's
Okay.
like someone who delivers kindness from a perch. And then Jay and I are sitting there, and I'm like, that's not what bartender means. Bartender is just someone who tends a bar. It was clearly somebody who doesn't.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like this big big brain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's clearly
it's no tender. Tender is just someone who tends to something. It's not that deep.
But it is, though. It might be that deep. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong.
On a less jokey side, like when I did first see this, I was very intrigued because it looks like a very philosophical, like look into people's lives and outlook on life itself. And I'm into that.
It
feels
crazy. Mushishi
a little bit.
I was just gonna say that.
You're crazy, Cole.
You are crazy, gonna say but yes, you're right.
I was literally just about to say, if you like Mushishi, I think you might like this one.
Yeah,
it feels just like chill.
Yeah,
a problem a week kind of thing.
I like to throw one of these type of shows in my drafts as well, or like in my watch list, where like maybe you're watching Go Loser Ranger and it hits your, the action and all that stuff is getting you crazy up.
Yeah.
And then you watch this and it's like a nice mint after the dinner, you know? It's dessert.
A nice after 8 thin mint.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Where can you watch this show, Mike?
Yes, you can watch it on Crunchyroll, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
I have more information, but I'm withholding it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn. I am going. Listen, we're gonna take a little dip in the Yuri pool.
Okay.
And
I knew Cole was taking this show.
My next one is going to be called "Whisper Me a Love Song." After performing a song at her high school's opening ceremony, musician Yori I was doing so.
You did so well.
Asanagi. Receives an apparent love confession from freshman Himari Kino. But just as Yori decides she wants to return Himari's feelings, Himari reveals that she does not love her, but admires her. Classic Japanese getting the ski wrong. Suki des. But you can't unring a bell once it's struck, and Yori is determined to make Himari fall for her, not just her music. Will their hearts ever be as one, or will their love fall out of tune? Ooh, definitely getting Bloom Into You vibes. I haven't seen Bloom Into You, but I read the manga. Great manga. I think this will be a nice, sweet show. I'm looking forward to it. This one's High Dive.
I think this is their show, honestly. Like this, I think this is the show that
this is the one that was most hyped, I would say.
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. It looks really good. Yeah. And I mean, the manga is sitting at 80% on AniList, so like that.
Yeah.
It seems like a beloved Yuri show, and I'm glad Cole got it too, because I feel like Yuri plus music equals Cole's heart will grow 3 sizes this season.
When I watch it, that's when my heart will grow 3 sizes. But until then, it will remain small, shriveled, dried,
and sad,
incapable of love and sad.
It seems like a first-time director too. I kind of clicked on his thing on AniList here, and it doesn't seem like he's, other than Ghost Hunt, he hasn't really directed very much on his own. But the things he has done, like an episode here or there of, are all like pretty great things, like Rent a Girlfriend season 3, Initial D, Hunter x Hunter, Mushishi came up again, more Hunter x Hunter, Hajime no Ippo, like Cardcaptor Sakura. There
we go. That's it.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the original.
Yeah, and I mean, like the story is already beloved. As long as they can kind of nail that, as long as they can nail that aesthetic of cherry blossoms falling on 2 girls talking to each other.
Yeah, while one of them's holding a bass guitar.
Yeah, no, she plays electric guitar. Electric. guitar
okay.
or acoustic guitar. 6-string, the old guitar. High dive. I said that already, though.
You did, yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, my next pick is for a show that I'm honestly picking mostly for the style.
Okay.
Because I think like it looks really cool, but like I'm not sure if it'll actually be good or if it'll kind of miss the mark.
Not be good.
Mhm.
And that is a show by Studio Zero G.
Okay.
And that is Mysterious Disappearances.
You know what?
I hate
This
you.
one, when I was watching the trailers, this one also caught my eye. Good
Like
pick.
the style looks very interesting. It has an interesting premise, but like I'm not sure. But that premise is an aspiring novelist teams up with an enigmatic colleague to solve supernatural urban mysteries. Ogawa Sumireko is a busty but
It was Jay's turn
Yeah,
this time.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all struggling.
is a
We're on
busty
the struggle
bookstore
bus this
clerk
time.
who wants to become a novelist
Oh.
after some writing success in her youth. When strange occurrences start cropping up around the city, she teams up with her flirtatious coworker Adashina Ren to look into them. But Ren is hiding a secret of his own. With their combined skills of occult knowledge, what will they discover as they investigate?
Harem ensues.
Harem ensues. The initial reaction to this is cold. Mike, you might know this too. What was that show called? Inspector, from like a couple years ago. That's the vibe that this reminds me of.
Inspector with
More
like a
edgy.
little bit, a little bit of like that erased edge to it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems very edgy, but like not in a cheesy edgy way, which is good.
Like grown up edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that adult vibe to it. The director has done some stuff. I think the last thing they directed was Battery the Animation.
Electrifying that animation.
The hit baseball anime Battery the Animation. But
what? Okay.
But I mean, hey, like I don't think the fact that they're not really known for like big directorial things necessarily means it's going to be bad. The trailer looks good. So like, who knows?
No, honestly, I'm kind of here for this one. I think it's a riskier pick than say like the Train to the Other World or the End of the World that you took.
That's
just because like there are glimmers of weirdness when you watch a trailer a little bit. But I think it's I'm here for
like
it.
that's kind of why I saved it so late, because like it doesn't look good enough to be like a first or second pick. But like I think like kind of that one of those cleanup picks, it kind of fits that mold. And the only problem is that we don't know where it's airing right now.
Oh, okay. It's one of those. So it could be like
well, good luck.
Could be like Po no Michi from last season, where you just
didn't.
The answer is you don't watch it.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it good? Is it not good?
We never know.
Yeah. That could be a good move though, because then you just don't have to watch it at all.
Then it's just a buy basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Mike's turn.
I believe it's mine. I didn't know what else we wanted to say about that one. I have a few that I'm thinking about here, but I think I'm going to go with one that I know almost nothing about, other than I watched the trailer and it seemed intriguing and interesting. It is called Mission Yozakura Family.
This is the other one I would have taken if I hadn't taken Windbreaker.
I thought you were going to take it, and I'm glad you didn't, because now I know that I will get it. It's by Studio Silverlink. It's I'll read the synopsis. Taiyo Asano is a super shy, new jeans, high school student And the only person he can talk to is his childhood friend, Mutsumi Yozakura. It turns out that Mutsumi is the daughter of the ultimate spy family? Anya? Even worse, Mutsumi is being harassed by her overprotective nightmare of a brother, oh god, Kyoichiro. What drastic steps will Taiyo have to take to save Mutsumi, a spy family? Anya? Comedy. The mission begins. So I kind of made a bit of a joke there that it's, when you watch the trailer, it's pretty clear that this is like spy family, but it's not spy family because it's a family of spies, not just one spy and his family.
Yeah. It's zany too. Like
it seems
super
zany. Yeah.
Yeah. It's super like comedic. More
Genres
so
are action, comedy, romance. You can watch, before I forget. Oh, we don't know where we're watching this one yet.
So Hulu announced that they're getting it in the States. So like we can assume it's Disney Plus, but it might be an undead unlock scenario.
When? Yeah. Okay. I see that's probably also a reason why you left this one for me as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to take it, but at the same time, this series is the little engine that could. I want it to succeed so badly.
Yeah, it looks super promising.
Because when the manga debuted, it's a Shonen Jump manga, and it didn't really do that well when it first came out. And it many times almost got axed, but there were other stuff that were just worse that got dropped in its place.
Okay.
So like it's been so it kept going because of that. And it had the chance to actually get like pretty good. Like
it's one of those ones where it takes a little bit to get going. So probably going to need at least 3 episodes of this. I would think.
I think that like it starts off as more of like a comedy story, and then it kind of develops into a more action oriented. So like I kind of liken this to Reborn. If you like something like Reborn, which like I don't think a lot of people know nowadays, but if you do like something like that, check this out.
Okay. Going to the staff, the director also did like Hokkaido Gals from last season there. When will Ayumu make his move? Maid I hired recently is mysterious. Some good stuff there. Bofuri was the director for Bofuri. Eyes are open and wide. I am more into this now. It just kind of the universe has expanded. It just kind of seems like a fun, zany type show that it's the type of show that I enjoy, something like that. It kind of like the best parts of Spy. Again, we're going to compare it to Spy Family, but like this has an interesting cast of characters, and it seems like every one of them has an interesting part to play.
Yeah. No, it is definitely like, I think the way you're thinking it, I think is exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna like it's not like Bartender. It's the exact opposite of Bartender. In fact, like you're not watching this to think twice about humanity.
No.
You're watching this to have a chuckle when the funny looking characters do something silly.
The guy who has a bucket for a head.
I think the character designs are probably like one of the best aspects of the show. Like they're out there and great.
Yeah. And the recommendations for the manga are Spy Family, Reborn, Assassination Classroom, and Sakamoto Days. It's pretty good company. It gives you a good idea of what to expect here. Like we said, we have no idea where you can watch that, but
those of you in the States,
probably on Hulu or Disney. Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
Hulu or Disney, probably. Yes. My next show, I do know where to watch it. And there's a few shows here that made it to the end of the draft for me that were on my list.
Yep.
And I'm picking and I'm trying to sort through, and there's one that is so obvious that I need to pick. That I'm going to pick it right now. And Jay's going to be punching air because Jay came over yesterday and we watched the trailers for all of the new shows.
So you guys did some insider baseball here. Okay.
This show should have been on the list of trailers for us to watch, but it wasn't because I missed it. I skipped it by accident.
Intentionally, probably.
By accident. And then Jay said, have you heard of this show? So it was almost there for you, Jay. It's almost there for
Yeah.
you. But unfortunately, I have to take it from you. The Many Sides of Voice Actor Radio will be my next show. Listen, I'm a fan of spoken word.
You like radio
Yeah.
too, and
I
voice
like
acting.
radio.
More Yuri.
I like voice acting.
More
Hmm?
Yuri. Seems.
I like, is it
It
Yuri?
seems like it's Yuri, at least.
Maybe a little Yuri bait.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, I mean, it's got LGBTQ plus themes.
If you check the spoiler tags, I think Yuri is there.
Oh boy! Wow.
Cole's getting full
here-
Yuri this season. I like it.
Yeah. Yui Yuguri and Yasume Utsane. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yasumi Utsane. High school classmates and co-hosts of a weekly radio program paint a picture-perfect friendship for their listeners, just like us. But in reality, they couldn't be more different, just like us. Their off-air dynamic is a whirlwind of chaos and insults.
Just like us.
Just like us.
As their tumultuous relationship unfolds, they navigate the turbulent waters of friendship and rivalry in the cutthroat realm of showbiz.
Just like us.
Just like us.
They're just like
read
us
that
for
very,
real.
yeah, for real. I read that very dramatically, but it looks cute. Just looks like a cutesy, fun anime. Yeah, I think this is the kind of anime I want to end my draft with. Just like a nice, cute, fun show.
Yeah. I'm watching the trailer here, and it gave first girl kind of gives off a bit of like Marin vibes, or Marin, because she kind of has like that Gyaru aspect to her a little bit. And then the other girl kind of is a little more like she's Akane from Oshinoko. And I'm guessing it's basically just their relationship, and you watch them. Yeah, it sounds fun.
Yeah,
it sounds like a good yeah.
It looks good.
Studio Connect.
Studio Connect. It's on Crunchyroll. What does Studio Connect do?
Ayakashi Triangle, Slow Loop, Orisuki. Are you the only one who loves something?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Senryu Girl.
Alice in Borderland, Strike the Blood. That's
nothing.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So that would be my final pick. Jay, are you going to be okay?
You know what? I'm very upset, but I think I'll survive.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I think before we started recording, you had like 10 shows you had on your list, your draft list, and then Cole had 15 or something, or was it? I have that backwards.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I had 15. Yeah, I was ready to go.
Yeah, he's rocking.
Yeah. Okay, Jay. Now you really got to scrape the bottom of your barrel.
You know what?
What are you picking?
There are quite a few shows on here that, like, honestly, in any other season would probably be on this list. Because like there are a lot of good shows, but there's only room for one more. So, I can only pick one. And if I recall correctly,
that's why I'm picking 3.
I don't really have like a good romance anime on my list. So I think we're going to change that. I guess you could say I have a condition called love.
Doctor, tell me the news. You got a bad case of love in this show?
Yeah.
Have fun reading this synopsis, by the way.
Yeah. Getting
got 3 paragraphs here.
Let's
go. Hotaru Hinase is a first year in high school that has a great family and wonderful friends, but not much luck when it comes to romance. One day, she happens to see the hot boy from the class next door, Hananoi, get dumped. Seeing Hananoi standing in the middle of a park all alone, Hotaru decides to hand him an umbrella. That little act causes Hananoi to ask her out soon after. What does love even mean? What does it mean to be in love? Hotaru is flustered at suddenly being asked out by Hananoi, who has an endless amount of love for the person he loves and wants to do everything he can for them. This is a story about first love between a girl who doesn't understand romantic love and a boy that may be a bit too heavy-handed when it comes to love.
Sounds interesting. I can't wait for this wholesome, lovely romance show.
So the way I understood it, because I read a little bit of the manga just kind of in preparation of this, And the way it seems to portray this main guy is like he's kind of goes into that red flag territory of a bit heavy-handed. And
that's the drama
that's the drama. And like, honestly, I'm interested in like what that means, where it's going to go, how the relationship is going to develop. Like, it's not necessarily just a cutesy fun show, but like there's more drama there, there's more intrigue there. And
okay,
I'm here for that.
Directors worked on Aharen-san, some Pokemon stuff, some of the better Pokemon stuff, Haikyuu, Suradure Children, Showa Genraku, Rakugo Shinju. So there's some
Kotaro Lives Alone
quality properties there. Kotaro Lives Alone, yeah. So there's definitely, you can get an idea of what this guy likes to do.
Girl, it's a she.
Girl?
She.
Oh, there you go. This
also Kanohanazawa is playing the lead.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah.
That's my revenge.
I was surprised Cole didn't take this one. I'm surprised Cole didn't take this one, actually. This one kind of just screams like Skip and Loafer Cole type shows.
This was like the next. If we did
number
6, this would have been the next.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
It does look really good.
Very interested.
I'm also very interested, obviously. And you can find this on Crunchyroll this season, and also Netflix apparently.
Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I'll end it here,
one.
and you guys will tell me if I'm even allowed to take this one.
Okay.
I'm going to take a 6-episode ONA that's going to be airing on Netflix, done by Wit Studio. I can draft this. Okay.
Yeah.
It is the Grimm Variations. And this might sound familiar, but once upon a time, brothers Jacob and Wilhelm collected fairy tales from across the land and made them into a book. They also had a much younger sister, the innocent and curious Charlotte, who they loved very, very much. One day, while the brothers were telling Charlotte a fairy tale, like usual, they saw that she had somewhat a melancholy look on her face. She asked them, "Do you suppose they really lived happily ever after?" The pages of Grimm's fairy tales written by Jacob and Wilhelm are now presented from the unique perspective of Charlotte, who sees the stories quite differently from her brothers.
I do just want to point out that Mike added an extra very to when it says they loved Charlotte, who they loved very much. Mike, you can't add extra words in these synopses.
Listen,
it throws everything off.
I'm barely struggling to read this as to begin with. Never mind that. You heard last time when I said like the glass of gourd or whatever I said, glass of gourd.
Glass of gourd.
Yeah. So the reason I took this one is there's 2 big reasons here. Number 1, Wit Studio. Love Wit Studio. Does great stuff. I'm a fan of almost everything they've done. Number 2, genre, thriller. I'm here for some kind of like thrilling Grimm retellings of Grimm's fairy tales. That sounds cool. And like a new twist on them. I'm here for that. And then number 3, the reason I took this, original character design by this little indie group known as Clamp.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Sounds familiar.
Code Geass, pretty much every shoujo from like the 90s to early 2000s. Yeah.
I didn't see that part. Yeah.
No.
Looks good though.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Now that I look at them, okay, I kind of get it. They got them long legs.
That's right. It's a little more. It's like modern Clamp.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at like the thumbnail for the trailer. That's super Clamp.
Yeah, it looks
very
like it's more Code Geass Clamp than Orin High School Host Club. I think that's Clamp.
No.
Well, Cardcaptor Sakura.
Cardcaptor Sakura. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, interesting. Definitely going to check that out. It's 6-episode OVA. I'm assuming it's probably all going to drop at once as well because it's Netflix.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. And that's the end of the draft.
That's the end of the draft. We do have to pick our new anime and anime of the season picks. I think, Mike, we do this in reverse order because I was the last.
I think so.
Mike gets...
Do we?
Mike
I don't think so. I don't think we did.
Are you sure? I mean, I'll go first.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my benefits only apply to the awards.
Okay. Well, that's fine then. So best new anime of the season, I am going to go with Kaiju number 8.
Yep.
I think it'll be a big hit for the kids.
That's your best new anime. Okay.
Yeah. Jay, what's your best new anime?
My best new anime, as I'm scrambling to pull up the list because I forget.
If you take too long, you miss your draft pick, and then I
do miss my draft pick, but luckily, I have it right here, and I'm gonna go with Spice and Wolf. Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf.
Oh, you dirty little dog! I forgot that you could even do that with this one because it is new. That's new? Right. Yep. I'm gonna
check the math. It's new.
I'm gonna go with kind of a weirder pick here. No, I was gonna go with Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night because I feel really good about it, but I'm gonna do the safer pick. I'm gonna go. No, you know what? Screw it. Let's go crazy. I'm gonna go Train to the End of the World.
Ooh.
I
was blown away by Jay's little pick there. This is gonna really bite me in the butt when this show ends up being terrible. But I have faith. I'm gonna just go crazy. I'm gonna take Train to the End of the World as my best new anime for this season.
It looks really good.
It does. To be fair, I wish I would have seen it. Mm-hmm. And yes.
This was one that almost would have been swept under the rug by both of you because I showed Cole this show.
I didn't even see it. Yeah, mm-hmm. It's so far down on the the list too, and that's part of why I kind of picked it because I feel like we need to draw some more attention to like how cool the show looks.
For sure.
Yeah, Cole, your anime of the season prediction.
Anime of the season. I mean, we've got one of the all-time, what I think will go down as one of the all-time GOATs releasing its second half of its second season. Mushoku Tensei is my anime of the season.
Damn it.
I almost forgot about it too. Mushoku Tensei, season 2, part 2, I think will be my anime of the season prediction.
Okay.
Jaylian.
Yes. So I can either play Insider Baseball and play to the crowd, or I could just have a little fun.
Time to have a little fun.
It's time to have a little fun. Yeah.
So
as Jay goes silent.
This is tough because Cole stole my one pick. So I want the points. Give me Konosuba, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right, Mike.
I was tossed up between Konosuba and Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll default to Demon Slayer.
Yeah. I think those are the top three.
Those are the top three. So it's fitting. Little safe, but honestly, those are three incredible properties. So
yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I think it'll come down to half points. I think.
Yes.
In the end. Anything that was like on your list? Because I know that we had lists. Anything that was on your list that you weren't able to get to?
Yeah, I had no list. So let's hear what you guys have to say.
Okay. Mike, I'm surprised that you didn't draft this, but Mappa has a show this season.
I was looking at it for my fifth pick there.
Mm-hmm.
Not a massive baseball guy.
That's fair.
And I'm a little hurt by Buchigiri right now. So this is my spite not picking them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Crack open the can of spite.
That's right.
I'm interested in...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it just basically looks like Mappa adapting a baseball manga.
Mm-hmm.
It looked interesting. It has potential. I would say if you're into sports anime, it's probably going to be at least worth watching.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
All
okay,
right.
sorry, Cole.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested in what may be the ugliest show this season, but something about it strikes me as appealing. Girls Band Cry. It looks like a worse and uglier Bocchi the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But also less funny. And
so
just worse
what is
in
intriguing
every way.
you here?
I don't know. I'm a sucker for like girls and bands. Anime,
okay. Yeah.
I guess.
I like the way this looks not very good is what you're saying, basically.
It's CG. It's got that. You were talking about like idol girls when they're just CG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that look. It's got the DJ D4 DJ or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got that look to it where it's like uncanny CG. Nothing about it is appealing, but I want to watch it. I want to watch it
honestly,
anyway.
like just watching the trailer, it kind of looks like something you'd like. It looks like more like Bocchi the Rock if they were actually happy and silly.
Yeah,
from what I can tell.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's
Oh.
Bocchi the Rock if they were all sad.
Oh, the main character drops out of school in her second year and aims at entering a university while working alone in Tokyo. A girl is betrayed by her friends and doesn't know what to do. Another girl is abandoned by her parents and tries to survive in the city by doing part-time jobs. The world lets us down all the time. Nothing goes as planned. We want something we can continue to like. We believe that there is a place we belong. That's why we sing. And is this one airing on YouTube? Looks like it.
Sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm crazy. I didn't draft this.
No.
Okay. I didn't draft this. This is just something that caught my eye.
Yeah.
Jay, did you have anything else?
I did. So there was one more show that probably would have been my sixth, and that was Astronaut.
Oh, that was my next one. That was my next show.
This looks to be really funny. It's directed by the chief director, directed Gintama, like the early seasons of Gintama. And like,
okay.
Gintama's amazing. And also, it has Kugime Ori as one of the characters and Tomokazu Sugita as another, and that's Gintoki and Kagura. So, I mean,
okay. Yep. That checks out.
Go Astronaut.
Genre is comedy, romance, sci-fi.
Yeah.
The synopsis is a gifted chef was just let go from his job. He lands a gig at an old boarding house called Astro So and hesitates to accept after learning he must also live there full time. This is until he meets the beautiful and charming caretaker, and he's sold. The two begin to work together as their connection deepens, but Mira has a secret. She isn't from this world.
Mira is the charming caretaker.
Yes. The OP's already out, and like it's actually like kind of good.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm interested.
Oh, I do plan to check this one out for sure. Yeah, that was on my list. So I've only got one more then that's on the list of shows that caught my eye, and it's Rinkai. The story centers on a sport of women's cycling, which debuted in Japan shortly after World War II. However, organized competitions folded after just 15 years and lay dormant for several decades. Then the Rinkai League launched to revive the sport. I don't know. It's just girls biking. The poster looks pretty.
Okay.
That's about it.
That honestly works, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know there's a dime a dozen of shows like this. Like it reminds me of that show from it's probably over a year ago about the girls who do like rock climbing.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, okay, as a standalone like poster, okay, I'm interested, but then like I watched it, it was awful. Absolutely horrible. So hopefully this isn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never watched a cycling anime.
No, you don't really see them that often, right? Like,
no.
I guess there's with Ride with the Wind. Is that one? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple that are
Yoshimura Pedal
loved,
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. There's one that I was surprised Jay didn't pick actually because it kind of just seems up his alley. God's Games We Play. Was that on your list at all?
It
Jay?
was on my list. I read the light novel and I kind of explained it to Cole. It kind of feels like No Game No Life, but without any of the charm.
So as I scroll down here, one of the threads on AniList says, feels like no game, no life. Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty,
okay. And then the other comment here is strongly feels like Liar, Liar. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. I see why you didn't take it. Even the main girl, like she looks like the character from Liar, Liar too. A little bit. So, yeah. Unnamed Memory seems interesting as well by Studio Engi, but I feel like there's not enough there to make me even optimistic, but it's interesting.
I read the light novel for this one. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. And like it's good. I think that it has a lot going for it. The fantasy world is interesting, but like you kind of hit the nail on the head. Like it's not enough. For what it's worth, the light novel was recommended by Topic and Nagatsuki, who wrote ReZero. But take that how you will.
Yeah,
maybe 3 episodes.
One more one more I just want to point out is Grandpa and Grandma turn hot again. I mean, young again.
Yeah, that one caught my eye too because it's
that caught my eye. We watched the trailer for it. This was another one that made the list of trailers that we watched. And I said to Jay, like, this show could be good if it plays into that theme of like aging. Like if it kind of has that like melancholy, bittersweet kind of element to it, where if it's just a pure straight up comedy of old people in young bodies, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it could be. It could be good.
It says it won on a 6th place in a manga award in 2020. For what
I've won 6th place in a manga award. That's nothing.
I don't know.
They're also like insider awards, and they're not really based on viewership or anything. So
it says after eating a mysterious apple they discover on their apple farm, they spontaneously regain their youth, but even after being reinvigorated, they continue to live life at a grandparently pace. So this feels like a chill romance comedy type anime.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested. I might check it out.
Yeah,
I might check it out.
Crunchyroll to watch that one.
Okay. The edgiest show of the season award goes to where is it? Oh no. I'm failing you all.
I've lost
the plot. There it is. Oh, also the longest title award goes to I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Have you ever wanted to see a little kid go make a evil face and shoot beams of magic at people?
Give me 12 more.
Boy, me neither.
This one, I stay away from because it feels impure in a bad way that I feel like anime often gets. So
also it's just like, it's so, there's a million shows like this.
Yeah.
So
although it does say, one of the threads here is super excited for this absurd non-isekai power fantasy. People are excited apparently, but not us. Jay, have you read this light novel?
I haven't. It's not available here.
Whoa. Okay. Oh. That's not a good sign either, I feel.
His Japanese isn't good enough to read it quite yet. Anything else on the list? I'm just scrolling through. There's nothing here that I feel like Black Butler's back.
Black Butler is back.
Oh yeah, none of us drafted. I thought about drafting it to do my seasonal. I'll just watch the whole of the first thing, but Black Butler's kind of long. I didn't want to put that much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
I do want to watch this though. I am very interested, but I also need to watch all of Black Butler prior to this.
I was thinking of reading the manga to catch up, but
I don't know anything.
Okay, that's an option too.
Yeah. That's the draft. Let us know what you think of our drafts. What would you draft, I guess, if
what's
you
your number
were
one
doing
pick?
a draft?
Yeah.
What's your number one pick? What are you most excited for in this upcoming season? So that's it for this week. We'll be back next week. But until then, you can follow us on social media at AniProPod. We're everywhere. You can leave a like, review, subscribe, give us 5 stars, tell a friend about us. Also, we've got links to all of our social media stuff, everything, even our Discord at our website, AniProPod.com. Hey, speaking of our Discord, why don't you consider joining it? We got watch parties over there, games, chats. We got to plan our watch parties, I guess, for the next season too.
I'm going to get on that. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's a discussion for off air. And if you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon? You get an early episode, bonus episode, extra votes, special chats in the Discord, priority mailbag as well. You also get your name read by me every week. I'm reading it again this week. Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead, B-Dog, Super Mexi, Peach, Frama, Kratost, Just Juzz, Mogmog, and Freeran's Feet. Jay, I just saw you enter the podcast doc here. Were you getting ready to read the names? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, okay. You took it from him. Sweet baby
sorry.
Jay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Jay, why don't you wrap up the episode?
As we say at the end of every episode of the AniPro show, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.